Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, this is the position of devotees. That Devaki, who happens to be the mother of Krishna, she is not ordinary woman who can become the mother of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The most advanced devotee, so that Krishna has agreed to become her son. In his previous life, the husband and wife, they underwent severe austerities, and when Krishna appeared before them and wanted to give them benediction, they wanted a son like God. So, where can be another person who is equal to God? That is not possible. God means there is no equal, there is no greater. Asama urdha. That is God. God, there cannot be any competition that you are God, I am God, he is God, he is God. No. These are dogs. They are not God. God means without competition. One. God is one. Nobody is greater, asamartha. Nobody is greater than him. Nobody is equal to him. Everyone is lower. Ekala, Ishan, Krishna, Arsa, Bhrita. Only master is Krishna, God. And everyone servant. Never mind. Even if he is Brahma, Vishnu, or Shiva, big demigods, and what to speak of others. Shiva Virinchi Nutam. In the Shastra it is said that he is offered respect by Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma. They are the topmost demigods. There are demigods. Above the human being, there are demigods. As we are human beings, above the lower creatures, lower animals. Similarly, above us, there are demigods. And the most important demigod is Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva. Lord Brahma is the creator of this universe. And Lord Shiva is the destroyer of this universe. And Lord Vishnu is the maintainer. Lord Vishnu is Krishna himself. So, for the maintenance of this material world, there are three gunas, Satagun, Rajagun, Tamagun. So, each one of them has taken charge of one department. So, Lord Vishnu has taken the department of Satogun, and Lord Brahma has taken the department of Rajogun, and Lord Shiva has taken the department of Tamagun. They are not under the influence of these gunas. Just like the superintendent of jail, he is not a prisoner. He is controlling officer. Similarly, Lord Shiva, Lord Vishnu, Lord Brahma, although they are controlling each department, they are not under the controlling department. We may not commit mistake. So, Rishikesha, Krishna is the supreme controller. Rishik means senses. So, we are enjoying our senses, but ultimately the controller is Krishna. Suppose this is my hand. I am claiming it's my hand. I shall give you a good feast on you. I am very much proud. But I am not controller. The controller is Krishna. If he withdraws the part of the activity of your arm, you become paralyzed. Although you are claiming it is my hand, I shall use it. But when it is paralyzed, you cannot do anything. Therefore, I may have possessed this hand by the grace of Krishna, but I am not the controller. That is Krishna consciousness. Therefore, a sane man will think that ultimately if this hand is to be controlled by Krishna, then it is meant for Krishna. This is the common sense, understand? I am claiming that it is my hand, this is my leg, this is my ear. Even children says, ask the children, what is this? It is my hand. But we may claim, but actually it is not our hand. It is given. Because I wanted to use my hands in so many ways, Krishna has given all lives. You take this hand, use it. So it is gift of Krishna. Therefore, a sane man is always conscious that whatever I have got in my possession, first of all this body and senses, they are actually not mine. I have given all these possession for utility. So if ultimately everything belongs to Krishna, why it is not utilized for Krishna? That is Krishna consciousness. That is Krishna consciousness. That is intelligence. If I am given all these things for my use, for my sense gratification, but ultimately it belongs to Krishna. Everyone is part and parcel of Krishna. Everyone's senses are also Krishna's. So when these senses are utilized for Krishna's service, that is perfection of life. And so long it is utilized for my sense gratification, it is Maya. Therefore, bhakti means Rishikena Rishikesa Sevanam Bhakti Ruchyat. Rishikena, by the senses, this Rishikesa, Sevanam, when you serve Rishikesa, really master of the senses, that is called bhakti. A very simple description, definition of bhakti. Rishikena Rishikesa Sevanam. Rishikesa Sevanam. Not Rishik Sevanam. Rishik means senses. So, when senses are used for sense gratification, that is Maya. And when senses are used for the gratification of the master of the senses, that is called bhakti. Very simple definition. Anyone can understand. So, generally, in this material world, everyone is using the senses for sense gratification. That's all. That is their bondage. That is Maya, illusion. And when he comes to Krishna consciousness, purified, when you understand that actually these senses are meant for satisfying Krishna, then he is liberated person. Mukta Purush, liberated person. Iha jasya harer dasya karmana manasa vacha. When one comes to this position, that my senses are meant for serving the master of the senses, Rishikesh. The master of the senses is sitting within your heart. In the Bhagavad Gita it is said, Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishta. I am seated in everyone's heart. Matta smriti jnanam apohananj. From me, remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness is coming. So, why that? Because Krishna is so merciful. If I want to use my senses in a certain way, not my senses, it is Krishna's given. So Krishna gives the chance, all right, utilize it. Suppose I have got tongue. If I want, Krishna, I want to eat stool, I want to taste stool. Yes, Krishna will say, yes, you can take this body of hog and eat stool. The master is there, Krishna. Therefore Krishna says, Matta smriti jnanam apaharanj. He gives you the body, reminds you, my dear living entity, you wanted to eat stool, now you have got a proper body. Now utilize, here is stool also. Similarly, if you want to become demigod, that also Krishna gives you chance. Anything. There are 8,400,000 forms of life. If you want to engage your senses in any type of body, Krishna is giving you. Come on, here is the body you take. But we become exasperated by using our senses. Ultimately we become senseless. Therefore Krishna said, Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam shanu. Don't do like this. Your senses are meant for serving me. So you are misusing it. By misusing, you are being entrapped in different types of body. Therefore, to get relief from this tedious business of accepting one body and giving it up, again another body and another, to continue this material existence, if you give up this process of sense gratification and surrender unto me, then you are saved. This is Krishna consciousness. So, at the present moment, our senses are contaminated. I am thinking I am American. So, my senses should be utilized for the service of my country, my society, my nation, big leaders, big, so many things. The real concept is that I am American. So, my senses are American senses. So it must be utilized for American. Similarly, Indians are thinking, others are thinking, but none of them do know it, that senses belong to Krishna. This is ignorance. No intelligence. They are thinking for the time being that these senses, upadhi, designate American senses, Indian senses, African senses. No, this is called Maya. It is covered.
Tava kripa hale mor katha shuddha habe shuniha sabara shoka dukkha je guchi bhe nachao prabhu nachao se